Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Presley. If you are new here, I mainly review comic books, but I also review movies. I talk about video games and really just anything in my life going on. I'm curious to hear what's always going on in your life. And if you have any video suggestions, please let me know in the comments down below. In this video, we are going to be looking at the 9 books that I read in the month of November, and we're going to be ranking all of them from least favorite to most favorite, because I will say a couple spoilers for the video. 1. Every book that I read in November I enjoyed. The lowest score I gave was a 4 stars. I gave that for 2 books because I thought they were great, and then a majority of the books on this list are 5 stars or 4.5. The second disclaimer I want to say for this video is that yes, I know it's a little bit late. At the time of this recording, it's December 10th, and you're probably seeing this on December 10th. At least that's when it was uploaded. So yes, it's a little bit late, but I do remember all these books well because I enjoyed all of them, and all my reviews for these are found on Comic Geeks. My username is PapaP8831. If you want to give me a follow, I will follow you back. And third disclaimer, I will be doing short reviews for all of these books if I haven't done them already. So Bog Bodies, you'll see on this list somewhere. I've already done a short review for that. I haven't done reviews for any of the other ones yet, but I will be doing them soon. So stay tuned on the channel for that one. And let's get into number 9. So coming in at number 9, even though it is a good score of 4 stars out of 5, I still had to give something last place. Coming in at number 9 is going to be Justice League Volume 6, Injustice League. Now, there was nothing bad about this book. I just think the second half of the book is better than the first. The second half deals with a chemical outbreak that Batman and the rest of the Justice League have to deal with. The first half of the book deals with Lex Luthor trying to be accepted by the Justice League because he wants to join them now, and that's a little bit of a spoiler for what happens in the previous books before it. But yeah, I wasn't as crazy about the first half as the second half. I really enjoyed the second half, and the art by Jason Fabok is beautiful, so that's why this one gets number 9. Coming in at number 8, I have Aquaman Volume 6 Maelstrom. So at the time of this recording, I have already posted my Aquaman Volume 5 review. So if you haven't seen that yet, definitely go check it out. It's just a quick review, but I will do a full review eventually on it once I'm finished with the Aquaman books. But a little bit of a spoiler for that video if you haven't watched it yet. I did not like Volume 5. However, Volume 6, Maelstrom, I did like. Now, Maelstrom involves Aquaman trying to find his mother, and I won't go into too many spoilers about what happens, but I enjoyed the journey that this book took us on. I liked how Mera and Aquaman were separated for a little bit, so they both had to shine on their own instead of together. I enjoyed that. The artwork is great. We got a new writer on this book as well, and overall it was just a very solid book. I also gave it a 4 stars. Alright, so coming in at number 7, we have Justice League Volume 4, The Grid. This is actually one of the very next books that I will be doing a short review for, but for now I will say this was a great book. This was basically a prelude slash lead up to Justice League Trinity War. In fact, the last 2 volumes in this book are directly part of the Trinity War event, and that book will be coming later on this list. But yes, The Grid was great. I love seeing the introduction of the Grid. I love seeing the Earth 2 heroes. I love seeing the introduction of a lot of the other heroes that were trying out for the Justice League, because Justice League is a bit desperate in this book and they need more help. Thought it was great, solid, beautiful artwork, and it is a new writer on the book, I believe. I could be mistaken. I'll look that up after this video. But yes, overall, solid book. Gave it a 4.5 stars. Alright, so coming in at number 6, we have The Flash Volume 7, Savage World. Now, this is the second book that Robert Venditti and Brett Booth did on Flash. Now, if you saw my review, I do have a quick review already for The Flash Volume 5 History Lessons. That wasn't by Brett Booth and Robert Venditti, but Volume 6 was. That's going to be later on this list, but Volume 7 was really good. I love Brett Booth's artwork. I think he's a definitive Flash artist. It's great. I love the future Flash in here. He actually takes over Barry's role, the present day Barry Allen, for a little while. And I like that dynamic where he's kind of re-experiencing his love with Patty Spivot. I think it's great. Overall, I gave this book a 4.5 stars. Alright, so coming in at number 5, we have The Flash Volume 6, Out of Time. This is a slightly better Future Flash book than Volume 7, although I did love both. I give this one a 4.5 stars as well. And yeah, this book is great. I love how the Flash is mainly here to kill his present-day self because he wants all of this pain and suffering to end. I'm going to go into more spoilers when I do my full review of it, or my quick review. But yes, I thought this book was great. This is the first one by Venditti and Brett Booth. Love his artwork. Love where the story was going. A little bit wordy, but not in a bad way. I love wordy books because it really gives you a chance to, explore the world more. So despite the fact that it was a little bit heavy on the words, I loved it, and I thought it was a great book and definitely a step up from volume 5. Now, I'm cheating a little bit here because number 4 and 3 are going to be part of the same ranking. This is going to be the Forever Evil / Forever Heroes ranking. Now, Forever Evil is the full event book, and then Forever Heroes is Justice League Volume 5. And that book, despite being a Justice League book, is actually the backstories of all the villains of the Justice League. So I thought that was interesting. It was a nice take to see the villains' perspectives for all of these stories. I loved it. And the Forever Evil event was great. It's like 8 issues, but I flew by it because it was super fun. It was intriguing. I loved Lex Luthor in it. He was interesting. And he wasn't just a bad guy in the book. He actually had some nuance and some depth to him. I loved it. All right, coming in at number 2, we have Justice League Trinity War. Now, Trinity War was such a good book. It was like 12 issues or so. I flew by it in one night, maybe 2, because, I was a little bit busy. But it was amazing. I love Trinity War. I love the Question, Phantom Stranger, and Pandora, exploring all their backstories while also expanding like the Justice League lore and the lore that's happening with the 3 of them. I thought was great. That's why they call it Trinity War. Phantom Stranger, Question, and Pandora, all like interlocking stories. I thought it was great. We had the addition of the Justice League Dark and John Constantine. I thought it was super fun, super enjoyable book. 5 stars, very high quality, probably the best event so far in the Justice League book. But coming in at number 1, I had to put it on here because I can't stop thinking about the book. I've talked about it so much on the channel already. It is Bog Bodies. This is an easy 5 stars for me. I loved this book. I thought it was amazing. It's short, but it's to the point. Beautiful character depth, beautiful story. It's breezy, but it's still meaningful and impactful, enjoyable, drenched in darkness, lots of contrast, betrayal, violence. It was just a great book. I loved it. Declan Shalvey did a great job. He makes you speak in an an Irish accent when you are reading it, so that is a bit interesting to get used to. I love Bog Bodies. So that has been my review for every book that I read in November. Let me know what you guys read in November. What are you currently reading? I appreciate you so much for watching the video. Let me know what you thought about the list. What did you think some of my best takes were, what my worst takes? I'm curious to hear everything that you have to say. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.